are you to say what is Islam and what is not Islam?
Of course, like...
There are different sects of Islam, isn't there? There are different branches.
I don't agree to say that, sects. We have got only different school of thought, it's not sect.
And is the Ahmadiyya a different school of thought?
Ahmadiyya is not school of thought. Ahmadiyya is a kind of faith, whereas they have already tarnished the teaching of Islam itself. Therefore, we never agree to somebody who claim themselves Muslim, but they violate the teaching of Islam.
You're talking about the Ahmadiyya sect
Yes.
here, but what about the burning of the mosques? What about attacks against Jewish synagogues?
Those who burn and attack the house of worship, they deserve to be given a punishment by the government.
Would you agree with Andreas that there is a rise in fundamentalist Islam here in Indonesia?
No, to a certain extent, I don't agree with him, because he has got a full right to say that. What happened right now, there are so many factors behind the mob and violence. Say, for example, economic factor, political factors, and so forth. So you just cannot blame that because of the group of radical, and I could say those who use Islam as the pretext to attack somebody. In fact, they have nothing to do with Islam itself. Islam is the teaching of peace.
The Constitution allows for 6 main religions here
Not the
in
Constitution.
Indonesia.
It was only a presidential decree made in 1965 by President Sukarno.
And that allows for 6 main religions here in
Yes.
Indonesia. Is it right that the state be allowed to dictate how people worship and what they worship?
I don't think the state should do that. That's why I said that by design, Indonesia is flawed, because its constitution says that there is religious freedom. But its president said that there are only 6 recognized religions. What does it mean? It means that other faiths are considered to be secondary citizens, secondary faith, to be compared with the 6th religion. And of course, there are other regulations, like the anti-Ahmadiyya June 2008 regulation. There is also this, well, they call it house of worship regulation, but in fact, it only affects the Christian churches or other minority religions. It does not affect when people building a mosque, they don't necessarily take so many signatures that have to be submitted by the neighboring area.
Muhyiddin, what is your reply to
No,
that?
I don't think so. Even we Muslims, if we want to build a mosque, we need to get approval from those who live around the area. See, Brother Andreas, if Muslims live in, for example, Bali Island, where we are minority there, we just cannot build a mosque unless we get approval from those people who live in the area. At least we have to follow the rule and regulation.
Most Muslims in Indonesia live on the island of Java. 62% live on the island of Java. But other islands like Borneo, like Sulawesi, like Papua, they are much bigger islands. The native are predominantly Christians. And we rarely heard about mosques being burned, being attacked in those predominantly Christian areas.
So you're saying that many of the attacks mainly happen in majority Muslim areas?
If we take a look at the pattern, the most violence usually taking place in Western Java. There is historical reason for that, because this area used to be the enclave of the Darul Islam movement, which was trying to establish Indonesia as a Sharia-based country.
I want to talk about something that you raised a little earlier on. You talked about the Ahmadiyya perhaps being moved to a certain island apparently for their own protection. Do you think this is a good move for them?
Of course not. You cannot move people by force. You cannot move people out of their family members, friends, job, market, school for the children, etc., etc. So it is inhuman.
Muhyiddin, what do you think?
See, I don't agree at all, because as far as Islamic teaching is concerned, we are not allowed to force somebody to follow our faith. What we are objecting right from the beginning is the practice of our brothers from Ahmadiyya who still claim themselves as Muslims. See, for example, if you are Hindu or if you are Christian and somebody else claim themselves Christian, but they violated the teaching of Christianity and Hinduism, do you want to keep quiet? do you agree or not? That's the reason. Therefore, the best solution.
Are you saying then that if the Ahmadiyya sect came out and said, all right, we will now admit that we are not part of the Islamic religion, we are in fact a whole different religion, that these attacks against them will stop?
Definitely. We have given two options. One is Ahmadiyya, they form their own religion, the name Ahmadiyya religion. Or they return to the teaching of Islam, the genuine teaching of Islam. If they accept this, we can guarantee there no more attack, no more war against
Who is
Ahmadiyya.
to say, who then dictates what is the genuine teaching
Of course,
Islam? How can the state dictate that this is
No,
the
not
branch
the state.
of Islam
the
that
state, the government
the country
of
has to
Indonesia
follow?
does not have any right to force. But
No, but the
every
Council
religion,
of Ulamas do,
no,
don't they?
it's not the Council of Ulama. Every religion has their own reference. So Islam, of course, based on Al-Quran and the tradition of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. As long as those people do not follow these reference, of course, we consider that they are not part of Muslim.
Just finally, gentlemen, do you think it is actually possible to maintain religious harmony here in multicultural Indonesia? Muhyiddin.
Yeah, definitely. It is no doubt that we Indonesian people enjoy religious freedom right from the time of our independent days. Only recently there are minor cases, I could say.
Andries, how do you think religious harmony can be maintained here in multicultural Indonesia?
There should be a radical change of the mindset of many religious leaders in Indonesia. If not, violence after violence will keep on continuing breaking out in Indonesia. I'm not only talking about burning churches, I'm talking about killing people, killing hundreds, thousands of people in the name of their respective religion.
I'm afraid we're going to have to leave it there. Gentlemen, thank you very much for your time.
Come.
That's all the time we have for this edition of 101 East. You can always follow the program through our website, podcast and Facebook. From all the team here in Jakarta, Indonesia, thanks for watching. Mental disorders affect millions of Chinese citizens. But with a chronic lack of support, is this a social time bomb threatening to leave victims and broken families in its wake? 101 East, at this time on Al Jazeera.
If you're a Nokia user, you can download Al Jazeera's news widget from Nokia's Ovis store. The news widget, available on compatible Nokia devices, gives users quick and easy access to real-time news updates from Al Jazeera English. See the world in real time. Al Jazeera Mobile.
Leaders are remembered, be they loved or feared. Alone they are inscribed on the pages of history. But what of the men and women whose hands build their monuments and whose blood stains their battlefields?